So apparently, the director of race and equity uh, at UCLA and Meghan Markle stan. I don't know what this means. Do educate me in the comments. All these slang words, I'm always the last one to know. And I massively misuse them all the time. But apparently, this guy has been spreading conspiracies that Kate Middleton's cancer is fake. Well, look, I mean, I have said, well, first, let me start by saying this. I'm getting a little bit bored with Kate Middleton and the whole story about Kate Middleton and anything having to do with Kate Middleton and frankly, even the whole Kensington Palace thing. It's boring. Don't you think it's a little bit boring? I know that everybody still wants to talk about it, but it's like, and I do talk about it because, I mean, obviously people want to talk about it, they want to hear about it, they want to keep analyzing it. So I do, but I'm not gonna lie, it's becoming sort of like increasingly boring. You know, there's nothing there. First of all, I don't like sickness and illness. You know, I always want to try to keep my mind on health and vigor and vitality and so on. And so, you know, taking me down this tunnel of just all this just illness, it's so negative and so dark, you know. And I say that, you know, understanding that people have a lot of things going on. We all have things going on, you know. We're in a situation where we all have things going on. But, you know, all of this focus on Kate and cancer to me is just so unhealthy. You know, it just changes your whole mind. It upsets your own cells in your brain and in your body, you know, focusing in that all the time. So I'm kind of like, oh, what can I do? Think about other than this, which is part of the reason that I've come up with my Arrow Girls project to sort of put my mind on something else. But I know that everybody wants to keep talking about this. So here goes, you know, but lesson, I want to talk about this less and less because my position is that I don't believe any of it only because so much has been untrue that has been reported. There too many conflicting, inconsistent things that have been shared with the public from this venue, Kensington Palace, even Kate herself admitting to doctoring photos, etc., etc. There's so many deceptions and untruths that for me, I can't believe it until something more definitive and more transparent is shared with the public. I mean, even the cancer announcement, if you really listen to what she said, you realize, oh my God, wait a minute, this woman does not have cancer, and she never said she had cancer, but they led the world to believe that she still has cancer. No, she does not have cancer. It sounds like what happened was she went in and they found she had an operation. It was major, and sometime after this operation, they found that cancer had been present. These are her exact words, had been present, past perfect tense, which means that it's not present in the present. And so they decided to give her preventative chemotherapy to maternity. I always say that. Chemotherapy to keep this thing from coming back. So she doesn't have cancer. But you know, when it's convenience, they lead the world to believe that this woman is riddled with cancer and she's like in bed and you know, just all this is going on. Oh, poor Kate. Let's just forget that she doctored these photos because she has cancer. Let everybody, you know. And for me, it's just so contrived. It's so fake. It's so false. It's so misleading. Then you have all these videos and photos that make absolutely no sense. You have the farm shop video from the Sun. Victoria Newton will go to her grave saying this is authentic. And 2 days later, Kate is on the bench with the cancer announcement. And these two Kates just are diametrically opposed to each other. One is bouncing with health and vigor. The other one is sitting on the bench. Oh, woe is me. I'm so pale I couldn't even put on my makeup. That I mean, I've never been in public without my makeup since I was 15, but here I am sitting here without makeup because I'm so riddled with cancer. When 2 days before that, she was with her husband, bouncing with energy at a farm shop. For me, that alone brings this whole cancer thing into question, right? Then you had all the fake videos. You had this TMZ coming out with, and the TMZ works very closely with the Sun. They're both owned by Rupert Murdoch, according to reports. So They came out with this video of Kate, coming from dropping off the kids with her mother. Then there was that weird photo of Kate where she and William were in the car. He was going to the Commonwealth service and she was going to another venue. And this Kate turned her face away. I mean, weird, enigmatic character for somebody who's riddled with cancer at home and she can't do anything for herself. This woman was well dressed with her chignon, this and that, and she's off to some meeting. And then William is off to the Commonwealth service. And oh my God, she's so sick, she's dying. Oh my God, let's just forget she doctored the photos. And then, days later, we have this cancer Kate on the bench following the trip to the farm shop. And I'm just like, it's not to say I agree or disagree with the UCLA race and equity director, but it is to say that anyone would be forgiven for saying that, you know what, they just don't even know what to believe at this point. And that's kind of the camp I'm in. Not only do I not know what to believe, but again, I'm getting bored with this. This is boring. It's so uninteresting. I mean, what can I do with this? Let's assume even that she does have cancer. I mean, what can I do with this except put my mind in a negative place? I want my mind on positivity. I want my mind on health. I want my mind on energy. I want my mind on just, hope and just health. And look, I mean, things happen in people's lives. I understand that, but it's just like, I don't want to be focused on this negative stuff. It's boring. It's boring. I mean, what is she doing other than having cancer? I mean, this isn't a project. What is her project that is going to inspire the world? I mean, how is she going to now help people with cancer? I mean, is she going to create anything, make anything good out of this whole thing? Or she's just going to sit there soaking up like a sponge all of the sympathy and pity for her cancer-stricken self? I mean, turn it into something positive. Everybody has cancer. Apparently, this same guy who said that, the UCLA Race and Equity Director, is a recovering cancer patient. He had cancer. His name is Jonathan Perkins, and he is the Director of Race and Equity in the University of California, Los Angeles, Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. And basically, he said that, you know, the Royals presumed cancer/chemo's mere vague mention would quash concerns with Kate's absence. It mostly did. Yeah, it mostly did. I would say it did 100%. And he basically says that, he's a recovering cancer patient. He's been 15 years a cancer survivor. And he also condemns society's treatment of the word cancer, saying it treats the disease like a death sentence. That's true. This woman is not on her deathbed by any means. I mean, she created a mood that made it seem like she could be on her deathbed. I mean, she first of all, without makeup, she's never ever appeared in public without makeup. Why do that for this video, knowing that it would make her look pale and sickly? Was that intentional? Or is she too sick to put on some makeup, right? And so this guy Perkins had been in remission from lymphoma for 15 years. So basically the Post and the Daily Mail are saying that they contacted UCLA. So I guess they're going to try to get this guy fired for expressing his opinion that, she doesn't have cancer. And it's not an opinion, it's a fact. She said that she doesn't have cancer when she said cancer had been present. Grammatically, that means that it's no longer present in the present tense. And she's getting preventative chemotherapy, which is consistent with not having cancer now. Because if you have cancer, you don't get preventative chemotherapy, right? It's simple logic. It doesn't take rocket scientists to figure this out. So it would be interesting to see whether they can put enough pressure on UCLA to fire this guy like they did over at Harvard with that other woman for whatever it is they cooked up on her. But anyway, that's it for this one. See you in the next one. take your bite. And yeah, are you getting a little bored with this Kate Middleton stuff? Is there anything else we can talk about? What a boring topic. This woman is completely, well, this topic about this woman, I shouldn't say the woman, but this cancer, I don't give a shit anymore. Do you?